In a distant land, far, far away, there lies two galaxies. One in which PTs communicate effectively, and another where miscommunications are an epidemic. We are here in a clinic now, where a PT is speaking with a 10-year-old patient and her mother.
Alright, Blair, so you just had a distal radial fracture and your distal radial ulnar joint is separated.
My what? My what separated?
Have a flexion contraction in our elbow, limited range of motion in your wrist, and decreased strength in your wrist as well. So I'm going to give you some home exercises to do from now until we see you next time. So let's go ahead and practice those. We want you to go into full extension of your wrist, fingers, and elbow. We're going to hold there for 15 to 30 seconds, and we're going to be stretching our flexor carpi ulnaris, our flexor digitorum profundus, flexor digitorum superficialis, flexor carpi radialis.
What is this dear man talking about?
15 to 30 seconds.
Yes, I have a British accent in my head.
In the muscle to actually relax, so that you can get true elongation of the tissue. And then next up, we're going to flip our arm over and do the complete opposite side. So we're going to be stretching our wrist extensors this time. So extensor carpi radialis, extensor digitorum, and extensor carpi ulnaris. So we're going to do that by tucking we want full finger flexion, wrist flexion, and elbow extension. And again, we're going to hold it there for about 15 to 30 seconds. I want you to perform 3 sets per day, holding at least 15 to 30 seconds, and do it at least 3 times a day, or as often as possible. Okay? And the next one I want you to think about is, since we have this elbow contracture, we want you to try to sleep, or whenever you're just relaxing, in full extension, because after prolonged immobilization periods, we get shortening of the myofibrils and sarcomeres within the muscle, and we want to make sure that we're elongating those so we don't end up crippled and fracture our whole life. So this means we also want to protect your wrist while we're at it. So any kind of compression or falling on it is going to really provoke your symptoms.
What?
Are there any questions?
I mean, are you going to give us a printout? I don't really understand.
Yeah, I think she's got it.
I ain't got nothing.
You got it?
I'm 10.
I think there's a lot of information for, I think some of those words we weren't really sure what you mean by those. So maybe...
yeah, we'll give you a printout. Sound good? And we'll see you in a few days. Awesome.
Okay.
All right, Blair, so you just got your cast off after 4 weeks of being in it for your broken wrist. So since it's off now, it's expected that you're going to have a little bit of pain and tightness in your arm and your wrist, and you might not be able to straighten your arm all the way. So the first thing we're going to do in physical therapy is try to get you to straighten your arm all the way and regain motion in your wrist, and then we're going to build up and do some strengthening exercises as well.
So I just had a quick question with that. Is she going to be able to straighten her elbow?
It might take a few days,
okay,
but we're going to give her one exercise that's going to kind of just let it lengthen on its own.
Okay, so we'll have some stuff to do at home.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a packet with some of the exercises.
Oh, great. So I don't need to put it in my phone and stuff.
Don't.
We'll have something to take.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a packet with a picture, instructions, the frequency and how often we want her to do them.
Okay.
And the intensity of it.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and it's very important that you are helping her through her therapy and monitoring that she's doing them correctly, as well as keeping her motivated, because we want her to get full function back in her arm.
Okay.
Right, so here's your packet here. So the first exercise we're going to do is to stretch the front of your forearm, Blair. So we're going to do that by pulling your fingers back.
Is it going to hurt her to do that? Or?
So it might feel a little bit sore because we haven't moved it like that in a while, but you're going to feel a stretch here. But we don't want it to be painful or really, we don't want you to jump out of it, okay?
Okay, great.
And we want to hold that for about 15 to 30 seconds, okay?
Okay.
And then after 15 to 30 seconds, you take a break, and then do it again. Okay. And we're going to do that 3 times.
Yep.
Okay.
Got it. Oh God, you just touched my arm. Just touched my arm.
Awesome.
What's some good ways I can remember to do that, maybe?
So maybe set something, an alarm on your phone.
Okay,
if you use your phone a lot, or calendar in the house.
Okay.
Yeah. It's really helpful if you keep this visible because if you're not looking at it, it's easy to forget about it.
Okay.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, I like this old chap right here. Yep. Yep.
So you do that by this motion, so the complete opposite. So you want to flex, make a fist, and then roll it down.
Yep.
Good.
Got it. Got it. Oh, yep. Touch my arm again. Yep.
Same thing, about
Got it.
15 to 30 seconds on that. Okay, good. And then relax. Again. Perfect. Okay, next one, since we're unable to straighten our elbow all the way, we want to make a conscious effort to, when we're sleeping or if we are just hanging out watching TV, that you're trying to get your arm to relax. So if you have an armrest on the couch, just hang it off of there and try to get that full extension back. Because if we don't do that, your arm's going to be like this the rest of your life, and we don't want that. It's really
So
hard.
does she just lay? Does it just stay there for how long? Like
As often as you can. Yeah.
okay. So if she was watching like an hour TV show at night, a whole hour's fine.
You want to take some breaks in between.
Okay.
So maybe just during commercials or take a break
Oh,
during
okay.
commercials. All right, Blair, so that was our last exercise. Do either of you have any questions for me?
I don't think so.
No, I think you covered everything, actually.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Great
Yeah.
job, guys.
Let's toast it up.